The City Development Index presents cities' development over time based on data, thus allowing one to view cities' strengths and weaknesses, to compare cities with other cities, and to see their development over time. This model is necessary for understanding city structures and development, for monitoring them easily, and for comparing them with one another. The City Development Index was developed to examine cities' levels of development. This index analyzes city statuses and levels, which allows the city managers to immediately see the city's status within the framework of basic indicators. The City Development Index shows the social, economic, and cultural structures of different cities, both separately and holistically. A long study was carried out while structuring the City Development Index. In this context, global city indices, quality of life-based indices, mobility-based indices, and smart city-based indices have been examined. The first stage of this long study established the model's theoretical framework. In this sense, the indicator structure of the index was created by examining the dimensions used in different indices. The City Development Index has identified 3 domains for holistically examining cities. The economic domain involves of the dimensions of education, human capital, connectedness, and diversity and participation. The social domain involves the dimensions of demographic dynamism, social welfare, health and safety, and environment. The education and cultural domain consists of the dimensions of education, cultural diversity, openness, and social interaction. Cities that stood out with their various qualities were determined for inclusion in the index. As of this stage, the data regarding cities began to evaluate meticulously. Data for each city were collected from the city's own databases, as well as from national and international databases. Any data that weren't found for cities were generated from national data using special techniques. After collecting the data, they were standardized and normalized, then the components and indicators were weighted. Lastly, the index scores showing cities' annual status and levels were calculated. The book Prosperous Cities was prepared within the scope of the project, and the search for cities' development levels through different models in the face of the problems of modern urbanism takes place in 5 chapters titled Cities in the Global World, the City Development Index, Mobility, Balance and Welfare, and the View of the Cities based on comparative data. Cities' development levels can be tracked annually as a result of the general and special reports that are prepared using the index data. The website for the City Development Index was developed with the aim of presenting the scores and ranks of the selected world cities. A map module was created in this sense on the dynamic Open to Development website that can be used to present city scores. A list module has been created that can be used to compare cities. A ranking model was created in which cities can be sorted according to main domains. A benchmark model has also been created for comparing the selected cities. City cards have been added for each city that show their scores and rankings according to the domain, dimensions, and indicators. The mapping techniques created on the website allow for cities' current status and development levels to be easily tracked. The City Development Index project has been prepared to provide an opportunity to examine and compare cities' development from a holistic perspective. The City Development Index offers a new perspective for arriving at prosperous cities. One step ahead for prosperous cities.